Okay, good evening, and welcome to season 16 of Phoenix Sim Sport. Tonight we're racing around Brands Hatch for the MX5 Cup on Assetto Corsa. Let's look at the championship contending so far, or standing so far. After 4 rounds, we have our reigning champion Marcel Miko leading by 80 points over Alex Romsix. Both Parmesan and Mr. Scoot missed the Imola round last week, so they are now trailing by some 86 points. So Marcel Miko's a very big early advantage for the reigning champion. Of course, we do have the drop round rule, so but Parmesan has already, well, he's already missed 2 rounds, so he's definitely at a disadvantage compared to the likes of Marcel Miko and Alex Rom6. As we get into the server, it's currently practice with 1.5 minutes ago. Tonight in the commentary booth, it's me, HC, and Arthur. Hello, Arthur.
Hello, HC. I must say, what a good day to race around Brands Hatch, a very fun circuit located in the United Kingdom, which is around 3.9 kilometers long and features 30 minutes. 30, what am I saying? 30 minutes? 30 meters of elevation change. That was a tough one to get out there.
Yeah. But yeah, I believe everybody on the stream can also see that my tree is changing color, and I don't know why. It's some weird setting that wasn't there yesterday, and I changed absolutely nothing today. But now all the trees looks like bugged. They're just
Well, I mean,
flickering. They're flashing on my screen. It's
yeah. I'm taking a look at the stream myself now. It's
I am.
sometimes it's a bit smooth, other times it's a bit framey. So
It's just flashing. I don't know what that is.
I mean, we'll see how it impacts everything else today, but I don't think it will be that much of an issue. Just a slight nuisance.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. But yeah, it does because I have a 4K monitor, so the trees are actually very dizzying me. I hope it's not. I
Yeah.
mean, even the pit building feels like they're flashing. Am I on the wrong No, I'm not on the wrong graphic card. Surely this is like graphic related. Well,
Well, trees, am I right?
yeah.
I
Well,
don't know what else to say.
oh my god, the trees. Hmm. We're just gonna have to deal with it. I don't think there's anything I can do to solve the issue. So, it is what it is, I guess.
Oh yeah. I mean, I do think we're gonna see quite some incidents here today. It's Brands Hatch. Sometimes you have a bit of runoff. Other times you have zero runoff and you're on the grass. Some curves might actually kick the car up a bit if the drivers are running very stiff suspension. So will also be something to look out for.
Hmm. I'm just trying to change the refresh rate of the monitor, but I don't think that does anything at all. So,
I mean, I think it must be graphic related.
oh, why is
If
Marcel Miku facing the wrong way?
yeah, I mean, he flew into the pits there. I
Ah,
remember one time with friends doing Cupra touring cars around this track, the Indy layout, and I had to pit. Only the barriers there didn't load in, so I just went full speed into a wall.
oh yeah, he did. He went head on into the little vertical kind of wall right in front of the pit exit. But well, it's practice, so everybody can do whatever they want. Well, it does look like
Yeah,
winter is coming because the tree keeps going from green to yellow and back to. It's. I don't know what that is. I've never seen
for
that
me
in my
it's
life.
all for me it's all yellow and orange. So
But no, it must be a graphic. Look at the pit building. If you look at the stream, look at the. Oh,
I'll have a look.
look at the windows.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
whatever that is.
it's
What
kind
is
of
that?
bugging a bit.
I am so confused. Like, what can even cause the problem? Do I have a damaged track or something?
I mean, on the bright side, we're focused on the cars and not the trees in the pit building, luckily. But
Hmm. This is the weirdest start of a stream I've ever done. But yes, hello to the viewers in the chat. We got Nick Neville and Samuel in the chat. But yeah, judging by the practice time, Parmesan is having a huge gap here, and it looks like Marcel Miku isn't even inside the top 3. Lila Petralia, as we know, she's got great qualifying pace, but the Achilles heel has been race pace, because she is only 7th place in the championship standings.
well, I mean, I think turn one, and especially the exit out of a paddock bend will be a big deciding factor because it's downhill, slightly off camber. Plus, it's not even gravel at the exit. It's straight up sand, and it slows the car down so much more, which is good if you're battling somebody and they go off. But once you go off yourself, it's a bit less exciting.
Yeah, definitely. And we have got Mr. Scoot following Alex Romsix coming out of the pits, so qualifying has started. It'll be a 10-minute qualifying session followed by a 20-minute race 1. That is decided by the qualifying order, and a 20-minute race 2 that is decided by, well, the race 1 order, but top 10 reversed. Whoever finishes P10 at the end of race 1 will start on pole for race 2. As Mr. Scoot already pushing on, trying to pass Alex Romsix on the outlap.
Well, I mean, it's a bit better than Theodore Petru's round in the grass right now, unfortunately. Just saw
No,
him skid off there a bit. It's before Druid, so
yeah, that's not
don't know what
ideal.
caused it. Might be a bit of compressions, but so lots of curb there on Druids. But
To
see
be
how that
fair,
works
it,
out.
it's a name that I don't recognize, and he's not even
Might
on
be
my
new.
entry list. Hmm. I
I must
might.
say, I'm looking at the track map right now, and I think we're gonna see some slipstreaming in qualifying at this pace.
Well, I think Mr. Scoot is determined to latch onto the rear of Alex Romsix. He's basically been following the Hungarians throughout the outlap, so he might try to get a reference from one of the fellow championship contenders here, as Marcel Miko
I
is
mean, why
also
not?
right behind another car, but I doubt he would want any interference, because ideally he would want a clean track. They're going side by side down towards the final corner, and Marcel Miko powers around the outside to get a cleaner run at the start of qualifying, but he's gone to the grass. He's gone way too deep there, and that is his first lap ruined. Basically, he's been repassed by Jack Smith.
Yeah, I mean, very unfortunate of him as a Mr. Scoot right now behind Alex Romsix going through Druids. Mr. Scoot seems to be sliding around a bit, so I really hope he's able to get close enough to um, our man in P1. I think P1 right now. I have
Yeah,
to check.
Rom
Yep,
6, Rom
Rom
6.
6.
Oh,
Oh,
Marcel Miku getting all crossed up at turn 3. And
yeah,
he's,
I clicked on Maverick's name, and all of a sudden I see a car going off. So
yeah, he's having a terrible first opening 3 minutes of qualifying. We should try to find Parmesan, who is fastest in practice. I think he's not on a lap yet, so we'll go back to Alex Rom 6 as well, his sector 1 is no longer purple, but I have no idea who has stolen that because the HUD hasn't given me any more information. But I'll go on board with
oh
Parmesan in
yeah,
the window to window as Alex and Mr. Scoot get into the final 2 corners.
it's fun to see Mr. Scoot behind Rom 6's car right now from the angle I'm watching. With quite a few cars in the pits, I must say.
Well, they could have made a
Not
mistake,
going
so,
out yet.
you know, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I think there are cars constantly in the pits right now, so not
Interesting.
something we see a lot.
Yeah, here comes Alex Rom 6. It's a 39.0, so it's competitive, but still a second of what Parmesan did in practice. Ooh, as Mr. Scoot, complete opposite lock into turn 1, so that's going to cost him a couple of tenths at least.
Yeah, I mean, it looks to be right now. As I mean, Rom 6 and Mr. Scoot right now, only two drivers in the 39s. I think that
Yeah,
will definitely change once Parmesan finishes the lap, but
he's in the middle sector now as Leda Petralia only just comes out of the pits. Oh, Parmesan is onto the grass, and he has blown
yeah.
his lap. What is happening this qualifying? Everybody making mistakes, and there's a car in front of Marcel Miko that just spun. Is that Maverick? Yes, Maverick spun coming out of turn 3. The distinctive livery, the same as Leda Petralia, as they are teammates. But Andrew Tagad, aka Maverick, also having an issue on his second flying attempt.
I think we're gonna see quite a few incidents. I mean, not real incidents, but quite a few spins here today. it is easy to spin here. The tight isn't the track is not that wide. It's pretty tight, and with the grass just being so close everywhere, it's much easier to spin, of course.
Yeah, and what's unbelievable is despite the mistake, Hamilton's lap was a 38.9. He lost about at least 5 to 6 tenths on the grass, which invalidated his lap, but it wouldn't put him on top,
I
regardless
mean,
of the
yeah,
mistake. He is so fast.
he I mean he was full opposite lock braking on the grass just to not have that car in the barrier and to still have that pace. It's genuinely amazing to see.
Yeah, as Marcel Miku now will set his first actual competitive lap, that prompts him up to P4. Still almost a second off of Alex's pace. And you would imagine somewhere around 1.5 seconds off of Parmesan's pace. So it's been a challenging qualifying so far for the Czech driver. We've got yellow flags somewhere on the circuit, but I can't really see any dots not moving. It might be on the exit of this corner. Yeah, it's just a car getting out of the way. So we're all good. As Marcel Miku doesn't improve this lap after this first sector. How about Parmesan? He's down 2 yellow sectors, but we know he did make a mistake. Well, in the final sector last lap, and now Parmesan coming across the line. Surely this is pole position. Let's just see how fast it is. It's a 38.2. I don't think anybody's beating that already.
That's almost a full 8 tenths on P2, which is Alex Romsix right now.
Oh, yeah, sorry to cut you off. Leila Petralia getting on the grass before the Podoma corner. So the driver that was P3 in practice currently doesn't even have a lap time.
I mean, yeah, it is a track that can easily get you. For me, one of the more difficult corners is definitely the final turn because
Oh,
it's
Spain.
not the easiest to nail the throttle as
Brian
something is
Garcia.
happening.
Yes, I think that was Brian Garcia spinning in front of Maverick, but Maverick didn't get affected, so his lap is still going strong. But yeah, this is one of the kind of the trickier circuits because it's basically all high-speed corners.
I mean, one of my friends, I think beginning of the summer break, asked me to get ACC because he had got it with Assetto Corsa, so I just went and bought the game. This was one of the first tracks I raced on ACC. I've driven around this track a few times just on regular Assetto Corsa, but I must say it looks like an easy track, but once you really want to go fast, you really have to put in all the effort that you can.
Yeah, a good improvement from Miro Regibi. He is elevated himself up to P4 in front of Matt Pryor and Marcel Miku, who, well, is he improving at all? He's
Parmesan looks to be improving right now as he crosses the finish line and he's
yeah,
up a tenth.
and he passes another car around the outside of turn one, but he had to brake, so yeah, that's his qualifying
Yeah.
done. I mean, he doesn't have to really do more. He's done enough,
Could
basically.
maybe like just about make it, but
Yeah,
I wouldn't go for it. I think
yeah.
he's gonna go do a Sebastian Vettel and just wait in the pits with pole.
Yes, we've got Leo Coco PC1. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Saying Maverick for the win. Well, it's going to be rather tough this week as Mr. Scoot goes up to P2. So by following Alex from 6, he's actually toppled the Hungarian. And he's found a bit of pace by using the Hungarian as a reference. How about Marcel Miko? He's not improved in any of the first two sectors. Can he do something in the final sector? Yes, he can. P5 though is not going to be happy for Marcel Miko.
Oh no, as Rom6 is off, and that leaves Mr.
Oh,
Scoot right now in clean air, no slipstreaming however. But he looks
well,
to be up by quite a few tenths already.
this would be a good news for Mr. Scoot as well, because Rom6 is his biggest challenger for P2. And if Rom6 has blown his final lap, Mr. Scoot can be safer for that second position. However, we've got the likes of Leda Petralia and Marcel Miko pushing on the final lap. And both of them did a 38 in the practice server, so Mr. Scoot currently 2 tenths slower, a yellow sector 2. How about Leila Petralia? Well, she's done 2 yellow sectors, which doesn't bode very well. How about Marcel Miku? Another yellow sector. Oh, none of the drivers seem to be really improving in the first couple of sectors.
Oh yes, I mean, also Maverick right now getting a bit of slipstream. I'm gonna quickly take a look at what the straight's name is. Pilgrim's Drop into Hawthorne Hill.
As
British
Mr.
tracks
Scoot.
do have quite
Yeah,
special names. Mr. Scoot, let's take a
improves.
look.
He did improve his time by
Nice.
900ths of a second as he does a bit of a Tokyo drift or whatever across the line. Little Petralia cannot improve. Can Marcel Miku try to get somewhere? Can he at least beat Leila Petralia? Yes, he can, but he's last out of the 4 championship contenders. That is not going to be a very happy Marcel Miku. However, like he said yesterday, this is one of his worst or least favorite tracks, so maybe a bit of a reprieve for the Czech driver as Matt Pryor now comes across the line. He needs to improve by a tenth to topple Mirurigibi, and he does by 19 thousandths of a second. Matt Pryor takes P6 at the line.
Everybody's just going very fast right now.
Yeah.
Quite some margins, but I think the incidents, the grass touching, the sand touching will all play a big role in today's race.
Yeah, well,
You
that's
never know
the
around Brands Hatch.
end of qualifying. Before in practice, I said I was gonna roast everybody that did a slower lap than 39.5 because that's what I did, and only 5 people beat me, so I'm very happy about that.
To be fair, I don't even know what my own best lap is. I don't even know if I have a best lap around the Brands Hatch in an MX5.
Yeah, I mean it's tricky to be
Not
honest.
showing anything of a personal best, so gonna pretend I might not be even slower here around the track than others. So
Alex Romsik is still pushing on. Did he cross the line before the timer expired? He did!
he did.
He got second!
Wow, wow. I mean, talk about a clutch lap there.
Damn. That's crazy. By how much?
As
31 thousandths, right? Yeah.
yeah, as in the chat of Assetto Corsa, we can see Mr. Scoot ask if Parmesan can get a ballast.
Well, I would definitely side with that opinion because every
I mean,
round that he does is basically the fastest in qualifying by a lot.
I mean, 0.666 of a second. That's some hellish pace he has right here.
Yeah, as Leo Coco PCY has redeemed a hydrate, which I just did. Thank you for that.
I'll also take a sip of water.
Yeah. So,
It's important to stay
qualifying
hydrated.
order indeed. Parmesan and Alex Romsik will start from the front row for race 1. We've got Mr. Scoot and Marcel Mikels. All of the top 4 in the championship will start inside the top 4. We've then got Leila Petralia, Matt Pryor, Miro Gibi, Jack Smith, Michele Carrera, and Claire Gallagher rounding out the top 10. Then we've got Andrew Taggart and Tom Wolfe on row 6. Eric Johansson, one of the debutants from the 7th row alongside Evidius Kvedalavicius. Then Brian Garcia, another debutant, another returning driver alongside Alex Wood. And then we've got Theodore Petru, another debutant, alongside Luis Rubiales and Sarah Klein. So 19 drivers will participate in tonight's MX5 Cup as I sent myself into the pits. We await for the red lines to illuminate. How do you think about the race 1? Do you think Parmesan can run away with this?
I think if he survives turn 1, which I think he will lead the race and he'll win. It will of course be a bit more difficult for race 2, but race 1 I think he has it.
I'm gonna go. Who should I go on board? I think I'm gonna go on board with Andrew Taggart in the small box because he is starting from P11 right in the middle of the pack. It will be very interesting to see if we have a similar kind of a pile-up coming out of turn 1 because yesterday in Tartus in race 1 we had a collision from I think it was P9 that hit P8 in the rear and then they both basically spun across the track and blocked the track, so everybody behind P8 got involved in a huge pile-up. But then race 2 was actually cleaner than race 1, which is rather hilarious because normally in the reverse grid race it's more chaotic. But let's see. The 14 red lights on my screen are about to illuminate as per usual. As Parmesan turn on his lights, and so does Mr. Scoot, and has Parmesan just jumped the start? Why is he already
I
pulling
mean,
away?
it must
Wait,
be he
wait,
jumped for. I mean, my
he's
philosophy was I'm gonna take a look at like the rear view mirror of Parmesan,
oh
the rear view
contact,
camera, and just
contact.
see the chaos unfold. But
Alex just
yeah, we see
completely
some
squeezed
cars
Marcel
go.
Miku.
What?
He turned in like Marcel wasn't there, and Leila Petrali is trying to take advantage. Alex does give the position back to Marcel Miku, but now he's down to P5, and Parmes also had to brake for about 100 meters, try to not gain too much of an advantage, but surely he's got a drive-through. That is huge drama for Parmesan.
That was. I mean, he just launched off, and all of a sudden he was so far ahead of all the other cars. Mr. Scoot right now in P2 chasing Parmesan, but still, I
I
mean,
am
my
baffled.
start lights still don't work for some reason. But I
Uh,
saw that unfold, and I was genuinely asking questions of Bottas Suzuka. I think 2017 it was, just
yeah.
perfect.
Oh, Marcel Miku into the grass. He's pushed too hard on this corner. This it's basically a full throttle right-hander in qualifying. We kind of have to lift a bit in the race, and now Leila Petrali is challenging him, and now they're almost going 3 wide into the next right-hander as Leila Petrali cuts a lot of grass and spinning and
Whoa!
saving the car. It's the Italian, and Alex is also down the inside of Marcel Miku. They're gonna go side by side through the penultimate corner, but the front two is running away, and if Parmesan has to take a drive-through penalty, Mr. Scoot is looking really good for victory here in race 1 as Marcel Miku sends it down the inside of Alex from 6. Has Parmesan pitted? No, not yet. He's going to try to stretch his legs a bit, and they're almost going 3 wide down into turn 1 again, Asa.
I mean, wow. Everything, it's already been a great lap 1. Again, Leila Petralia. It's unfortunate that the car spins out almost every corner at times, especially around Watkins Glen a few weeks ago. But that save was immaculate.
It was.
Especially in these cars, just wow.
And now Matt Pryor has taken advantage, moving up into P5, passing Alex from 6. And they've got Jack Smith, another quick driver, joining this back of the train. And Marcel Miku just needs to regroup. He made a mistake on lap 1 that allowed Leila Petralia through. He just needs to get back into the rhythm as Andrew Tagas sends it to the inside of Michele Carrara. They're going to go side by side down this back straight. But Michele Carrara has the bump draft of Claire Gallagher. Well, Maverick is still trying to hair around the outside. Can't really go side by side here. Surely Maverick will yield, and he does.
I mean, it's smart to yield there. You don't want to carry any overspeed because then it's grass, wall, and back to the pits. So,
down the inside goes Alex
smart
from
move from
6.
him.
He's trying to make the move on this full throttle right-hander, and he's entered the corner way too shallow. And another brilliant save.
I
My
mean,
God.
second lap, that corner has had a lawnmower pretty much drive over it. It happens quite a lot though. It's mainly the curb on the inside there, bouncing the car up a bit, losing a bit of control, and then
Yeah,
the rest is history.
but that did lose Alex Romsik's 2 positions, so down to P7 goes the Hungarian, and now a side-by-side for P5 as Marcel Miku now chases down Leila Petralia. Jack Smith down the inside of Matt Pryor. Matt Pryor hands it around the outside, but he's going to be edged onto the curb, and he loses momentum because he had a lot of tire scrub on the outside. They're going 3 wide. Andrew Taggart is being edged out by Tom Wolfe. Where did he come from? Hello?
I genuinely don't know. This is so much is happening. You can barely get a grasp of what is happening.
Yeah, there must be contact between Andrew Taggart and Michele Carrara that allowed Tom Wolfe to come through, because Claire Gallagher is now 2.5 seconds in front of the 2 drivers that were right behind him. And now Parmesan is leading by 2.3 seconds. Surely he's got a drive through. But then, where can he recover to?
The thing is, otherwise you get an announcement no from a drive-through.
Well, I hope he knows that, because otherwise he's going to be disqualified. Surely he knows he dropped the start, right? Oh, there's 3 wide for P5 again. Alex Romsik is looking down the inside of Jack Smith. He's gonna enter the corner shadow again. This time he backs out early. He's learned his mistake. Marcel Miku is almost spun. Marcel Miku has dropped back again. He's making mistakes after mistakes. He absolutely hates Brands Hatch, evidently.
I mean, it's either he hates Brands Hatch or Brands Hatch hates him.
Oh, contact!
Right now, it's
He's
looking
been
like they
hit.
both.
Alex has hit Jack Smith, sorry, but Alex basically on the inside of Jack Smith pounds Jack Smith off into the gravel, and Jack Smith is going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's down to the back of the field.
That's unfortunate. I mean, luckily he was still close to the track, but you still have to wait to rejoin safely, and that will have hurt here. You will be preying on a few contacts out of him to make up those positions again.
Has Parmesan done his drive-through? Or has he made a mistake? Why is he in P4 now?
I mean, if he did his drive-through, I think he might have lost much more time, so I think he might have made a mistake.
He's still on
Could it
zero
have been that
pit
he
stops.
pushed too hard? I mean, if I would, of course we didn't see it, but I think he might have just overshot turn 1, went onto the sand, and then lost his spots.
We've got Andrew Tagad right on the back of Tom Wolf, and Brian Garcia getting turn 4 completely wrong. He was right behind Alex Wood. He now is further back. Miro Ragibi also having a shocking start. Somehow the Belgian is down to P12. Unbeknown to our cameras, I don't really remember what happened to Miro Ragibi, but I'm gonna try to go into replay and see what happened to Parmesan.
Well, yeah, I mean,
he did do the drive-through.
Sometime
he did do the drive-through.
He did.
He did. He's done the drive-through and come out in P4, has he?
But I mean, there's no pit limiter, no?
There is. I mean, it is a short pit lane, to be fair.
I mean, he's going pretty fast in that pit lane, no?
No, I think he did brake to the pit lane speed.
I mean, he did brake, yeah, of course, otherwise you hit a wall, but I looked at the stream right there, and it did look like he was going rather quick in the pit lane compared to what I think you're going. Maybe the speed is higher, I wouldn't know, but still.
Ooh. There's a car off at turn 1. Yeah, that's a slow car. No worries. As Andrew Tagar sends it on the inside of turn 2 on Tom Wolf. So up to P8 goes Andrew Tagar. Alex Romsik now challenging Matt Pryor around the outside. Matt Pryor giving the Hungarian the squeeze. And Alex is going to try to head all the way around the outside. No, that doesn't work.
I mean, it is slipstream paradise from here, especially with the downhill. Real question is, will he dare send it down the inside? Will he get squeezed? He's getting a bit squeezed right now. He moves to the racing line.
Sensible.
It's a bit of a tighter line there as to be taken by Pryor, but no, they still hold on to position as he goes side by side yet again, and nothing.
Yeah, that's another one-line corner.
Just all within track limits, all within the grid.
And Michele Carrara is now right on the back of Tom Wolf. So clearly, both Michele Carrara and Andrew Tagat are faster than Tom Wolf and Claire Gallagher. It's all about where you can make the pass, because all of these high-speed corners are very risky to try to make a move. Meanwhile, Parmesan is right on the back of Marcel Miku and Leila Petralia, who gets her tail out, and that's going to kill all the momentum. Through goes Marcel Miku, through goes Parmesan. The little mistake is going to cost the Italian 2 positions, or is it? Leila is going to try to head around the outside. Parmesan hits the curb and...
Whoa! Was it the curb or Petralia that hit him? Because the camera angle my game showed me, it kind of looked like contact.
So he hits the curb, he was sliding, that's why Petralia hit him. It's kind of a... I don't know if how stewards are going to see this if Parmesan reports it. It's contact there between Matt Pryor and Alex Romsik, but they just about bounce off each other as they continue to battle for P4 now after Parmesan's off at turn 1. So
such an incident is always difficult to judge, because would it have happened if Parmesan didn't do a power slide, or wouldn't it have happened? Would there still be contact? We will never know, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Difficulties.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Leila is just on her line, but then Parmesan had the slide basically slid in front of her, and then
I think that's just all down to a racing incident.
I would
because you
incline to
cannot
say so, yeah.
because you cannot blame Petralia for keeping her line, and you can also not blame Parmesan for having an issue. As I hear a car going onto the gravel, so somebody is losing some positions right now.
Well, not at the front. I'm still watching this brilliant battle between Claire Gallagher, who's onto the grass there. Oh, no, 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 no. Has he saved it? The camera is not on him. But I
Wall.
think he
It was a
didn't.
wall.
Yeah, he didn't involve anybody else. So that's the most important thing.
No, that's the luck we have with that.
Around the outside goes Marcel Miku. Wait, why is Marcel Miku here? He's lost another 2 positions. Matt Pryor is in front of him. Alex Robstik's in front of him. Marcel Miku has made another error. And Parmesan is right behind him.
It's genuinely a race of doom and despair. Wait until we get the reverse grid for race 2. I mean, it's all so exciting.
And look at the run Parmesan
Are we gonna
has.
see a 3 wide?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see a 3 wide with Marcel Miku.
Surely Marcel is
Maybe
going to
not.
send it, but because it doesn't send it, now Parmesan is going to have the run going all the way around the outside. He's getting
Now it's
squeezed.
3 wide.
Parmesan has to brake. The
And yet
brake
again,
lights
no.
came on. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've gone 3 wide around Brands Hatch. I can tell you it did not end well.
Yeah, as Michele Carrara made a really good move around the outside of Maverick at turn 4, but now Marcel Miku powers around the outside of Matt Pryor, and look at Parmesan come! And Matt Pryor looks like a sitting duck there. Absolutely powerless.
No, Parmesan pulling out some dummy moves there had me fooled as a commentator. I think he's gonna keep on doing it, and I mean he will try and overtake around the outside right now. It doesn't work, but he still hangs on to the position. He's very close. He will either send it into the last corner or send it into turn 1. No in between.
Well, he's getting the better line. He's gonna get momentum down to turn 1, but turn 1 is a tricky corner, as we saw multiple times tonight. Andrew Tagali is still on the back of Michele Carrera, trying to retake that P7. Marcel Miku leaves inside line open. Can he carry it around the outside? Parmesan onto the curb again. This time he doesn't slide. This time he actually gets a better run, coming out of the corner, even though he was on the curb. And he's surely going to take P4 away from the Czech driver, or does he? Marcel Miku tries to hands there, and he gets his tail out, and he does back out. That's sensible from Marcel Miku. Parmesan is indeed faster. They need to basically walk together to try to catch Leila Petralia and X6, because they've still got 7.5 minutes. If they stop fighting, they still have a chance at P2 and P3.
Exactly. I mean, what I could tell from that move though is that Parmesan loves to take the curb down the inside of Paddock Bend, otherwise known as turn 1, which is risky, but it's clear the risk is paying off for him.
Yeah, it is the fastest way to go through turn 1, to be honest. And Andrew Taggart has now tried to repass Michele Carrara, but he is unsuccessful. Alex Romsix, meanwhile, has caught up to the back of Leila Petralia, and both of them are 12 seconds behind Mr. Scoot. So the American driver that missed Imola is going to get a dominant victory. Contact, and Andrew Taggart is through. I think Michele Carrara had a huge moment, so Andrew Taggart was trying to avoid the Italian driver. That's why he was seeing a very weird part of the circuit. But that is all settled as Jack Smith almost spun.
I myself was looking at Mr. Scoot really quickly, and I just saw him make a beautiful power slide at the exit of the last corner. So he's getting some style points along with valuable championship points.
Yeah, the gap though is coming down from the group of 2nd and 3rd to the group from 4th to 6th. But Marcel Miku is kind of getting dropped. It looks like he definitely doesn't have the pace. So Parmesan we're going side by side for P11, almost 3 wide. We've got the recovering Claire Gallagher after. Oh, there's a car in the middle of the road at turn 1. Oh my!
What a jump scare I had there! God. Jesus Christ!
But luckily they all avoided
I
him.
clicked on Claire Gallagher's onboard, and all of a sudden, boom!
Yeah.
Face to face with the MX5 Cup car.
Not ideal. We've also got a battle for P8 right in front. Oh, that was actually for position. That is Michele Carrara spinning, isn't it? That was. That green car was Michele Carrara. That was for position. So he's gone from P8 all the way down to P14 after spinning at turn 1.
Well, yeah, I'm going to reconnect right
Oh,
now since
trouble!
my
Oh,
game decided to crash, but
that is very
time
good.
to look via the stream as, yeah,
We
Eric
had contact
Johansson.
as well. Eric Johansson was battling with Claire Gallagher and Jack Smith. Now he has dropped back from this battle that is still raging on Claire Gallagher, putting the defensive block on Jack Smith. But he's going to get a terrible run coming out of the corner. Jack Smith now has the inside line. Surely the Polish driver returns the favor. A little bit of a bump. That is okay. But he's on the not on the wrong line, so Claire Gallagher can go all the way around the outside. And he returns the position, or does he? This battle will continue on. Meanwhile, Parmesan is now 2 seconds behind Alex Romsix. Around the outside
Yes,
goes
indeed.
Jack Smith. He's going to try to power around the outside of Claire Gallagher. Through he goes. Up to P10 goes Jack Smith.
Quickly get back to the streaming layout I have, but yes, I mean, Alex Romsik's also half a second behind Leila Petralia. We might see a move late into the race here, but
I think Parmesan is
not
looking
sure yet.
really good for second here, considering how much he's been
Yeah,
chasing down.
I mean, 4 minutes right now will be minimum of 2 laps and maybe a third along with it, depending on how fast Mr. Scoot finishes the race. But yeah, Parmesan just on rails. He's always right on the limit of the track. It's beautiful to see.
Yeah, last lap Parmesan was 8 tenths of a second faster than Leila Petralia, and he is only 1.8 behind Leila now. But, well, now as Leila goes off into the grass, and there's a car in front. Oh, and that car is going to mess up Parmesan's line into the penultimate corner. But he still closes the gap, and now Alex is really close to the back of Leila. If these two start fighting, it'll be, well, the door wide open for Parmesan, as Miragibi has now passed Tom Wolf up into P8, goes the Belgian driver, and he surely will have the chance to challenge Andrew Tagat in the closing laps for P7.
Romsik still just behind there. I think we'll have 2 more laps of racing, so this is the penultimate
Look at
lap
the
we're on right
slide!
now.
Yeah, it's a
As
slide!
Romsik
Yeah, he's
on
got
the
it.
inside of Druids.
Surely he's got it, or does
Side
he?
by side.
I mean, Layla had
Not
such a
yet.
terrible slide at turn 1. Somehow she's gonna hang on to second. Remarkable.
I mean, Druids, it's a special corner. Once you're on the outside, it doesn't work. Once you're down the inside, it doesn't work. It's always a gamble of will my car rotate enough, carry through enough speed to make the position. In this case, it didn't work for Romsix, but he'll still go through there another time. And right now, slipstream, but Parmesan also closing up so much.
Yeah, this will be a 3-car battle for the final 2 laps, and you can see just how fast Alex is now at the back of the race, and Parmesan using all of the track and a bit more onto the grass there, but he kept a lot of momentum, so Parmesan is right behind the pair of them now as Alex Romsix tries to find a way through Leila Petralia. He's edged out to
Marcel
the
Miku fully on
outside.
the grass there.
Oh, and Ali, oh, Parmesan is right here. Parmesan is down the inside of Alex Romsik. Alex Romsik heads around the outside and passing Leila Petralia. There's
3
3
wide.
wide into the final corner. And who's gonna come out on top is Alex Romsik so far, and they're still side by side between Parmesan and Leila Petralia. Leila Petralia hands it on the inside and squeezes Parmesan out. So Alex through to second. Now he needs Leila Petralia to hold on for dear life on Parmesan. Parmesan looking to the inside of the turn 1. Is he going to get on the curb again? These two made contact at turn 1 already. Parmesan is on the curb again. This time he's more conservative. He's still going to be side by side with Leila Petralia down into turn 2. Is he going to send it later on the brakes? Leila Petralia on the outside will again try to hang it all the way around the outside and getting the inside line for turn 3. Leila Petralia will have her nose in front again, a little bit of bump, and Parmesan bumped onto the grass and saved his car.
What a save.
And all of this means surely Alex Romsix has P2 now. But who's going to get P3?
I mean, Petralia's defense right now is just brilliant, especially knowing how much faster Parmesan is compared to the rest of the grid today. Mr. Scoot, however, looking on for a clean win here today, but Romsix P2, I'm calling it right now. I don't think he will make a mistake, and then yeah, Parmesan right now He has
Oh,
a few corners left to make it work.
is he got the inside? I think he's got the inside now. But
He's
can
gonna send
he?
it.
Yeah, can he trust Lena Petralia to not turning? Lena Petralia did turning, but did leave space for Parmesan, and that is brilliant defense from the Italian. She has two
It was
corners to go though.
perfect squeezing there.
Wait, is there another lap? Is Mr. School
No,
slowing down? Mr. School is slowing down, is he?
it's final lap.
Yep, this is the final lap. So Mr.
He
School
wouldn't have
has
made it.
won the race. This is his first victory after round or race two of round two in Mugello, but across the line, Leila Petralia with a brilliant defensive display on the final lap to hang on to the final step of the podium in front of Parmesan, and Parmesan will be pissed about his jump start.
I mean, he had the pace. It's just very unfortunate. I think he will learn from it for race two um, in just a few minutes. But yeah, jumping the start, never easy to
Yeah.
recover from. Take that from myself.
We've also got battles across the line. That is Jack Smith finishing P10 and being very unhappy with himself, slamming into the wall after finishing crossing the line. He'll finish behind Claire Gallagher. So Andrew Tagalia in the end did hold on to P7 ahead of Miri Gibi. We then had Marcel Miko finishing P5, which I believe will equal his worst position or worst result of the season.
I must say, I think Avidas Federevic, my bad for butchering that name.
Top
Running a
Wolf
very low
has
car, I could see his
top,
tires
top,
go through his fenders.
Top Wolf has run out of fuel before the finish line. I'm pretty
Oh,
certain
nobody's
about
bumping him
that.
over.
Yeah, everybody has crossed the
Poor
line,
guy,
so
riding the clutch right now.
well, this is
Look at him go.
desperate. Oh, he's trying to
Oh, he can't
get on the
make it.
grass. He's dead.
Somebody should have bumped him. Bit of sportsmanship. Cars 1, greatest movie ever made.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate for Tom Wolf. He finishes what 200 meters short of the finish line.
Yeah, just about. I mean,
Sad.
you hate to be that guy, really. Just not making it like the few meters.
I believe he was P9, wasn't he? He was in front of the battle between Jack Smith and Claire Gallagher, so
Yeah, I
that
mean,
is a lot of
he had
points
quite a few
lost.
battles, brilliant race, but now he's just stuck in purgatory.
He's still not teleported to the pits. That's how sad he
I
is.
mean, Marcel Miku is also still on track in the gravel at turn 1, so he should probably reverse and maybe help
I,
his
I, th-
fellow competitor.
I think Marcel is too pissed with himself that he probably doesn't even notice there's another car on track as
Yeah,
another car on track.
poor guy.
Ooh, somebody said his internet went, and we have a supporter of Alex Romsix on the chat as well. But I don't recognize who are you basically, because that is of course not your name in the server. But yeah, we did finish with only 17 drivers. So are you Eric Johansson then? That
Johansson.
well, he's not back in the server. So oh yeah, you are Eric Johansson. That is unfortunate because I believe you were battling for P12, 13ish. So it would have been solid points on debut. But that's okay. You still have race two coming up next, and Parmesan said he didn't get a jump start penalty, but he went into the pits anyway. What?
He wanted to give himself a challenge, but
How did he not
didn't
get the?
work out.
Hmm? I, hmm. I don't understand how he doesn't get a penalty. Like he clearly jumped because when he moved forward, I don't think the lights on my screen were off yet, so it
Well,
was
I mean,
still red lights on my screen.
it's either just the perfect start, a great guess, or yeah, jump start. But I mean, it's strange.
Yeah, we'll have to look at the replay on the stream afterwards because that is truly baffling. Also, my trees have settled down in the race. It didn't flash from yellow to green anymore, so that is also baffling. At least it's good
Mr. Scoot
baffling.
also saying he
Hmm.
stopped at the finish line, so he didn't have to do another lap.
Well,
I
that
mean, that lap
has
might have helped Parmesan, but
well, that is sensible thing to do because he and Parmesan are in the championship fight, so he doesn't want
I mean,
Parmesan
take
to
it
have
from
an extra
me,
lap, right?
I once full pushed around a wet Silverstone in the McLaren GT3. Full pushed across the finish line with 0.5 seconds to go, with a much faster wet weather driver behind me. Never in my life have I been that scared. Still won the race, luckily, but close margins.
Yeah.
Especially knowing I was leading the race by quite a bit.
Can you imagine? Anyway, race 2 is about to get underway. Let's look at so Jack Smith, who finished P10, will be starting on pole. Alongside him will be Claire Gallagher. Then we've got Miro Brigibi and Andrew Tagat on row 2. Matt Pryor will lead row 3 with Marcel Miku behind him, and Luis Rubiales has been kicked because of a high pin. That is not ideal. We've then got Parminon starting from P7 alongside Leila Petralia. Then the race winners and the second place finishers, Mr. Squid and I6, will start on row 5. So all eyes, I will actually go on board with Parmiton in the little box. Let's see, can Jack Smith get the perfect launch from pole position for race 2, which is underway here at Brands Hatch. It's a way better launch by Claire Gallagher. Gallagher is already kind of alongside Jack Smith down in towards turn 1. We also got side by side behind them. And actually, Claire Gallagher very, very sensible contact. Parmesan is into the wall. Parmesan has crashed. The, well,
That
I
is
don't
not
even.
the star he wanted. I was looking at Jack Smith and all I heard was a car driving through sand doing a little bit of a Perry Dakar, but
Yeah, I had his window to window, but I was looking at the main screen, so I have absolutely no idea what happened. I also heard a huge slam into the wall. That's when I saw
I mean,
Parmesan into the wall. And Sandy is
yeah, I
inside
mean,
his Miro Regibi. He's made a great start. Up to second goes the Belgian driver and hit. Claire Gallagher has hit Marcel Miko. And another terrible, terrible race for the championship leader. Marcel Miko
I
is
mean,
down to P9, P10.
props to all the cars avoiding there. That nearly ended badly into a big one, but yeah, Miro Rugubi right now still in P2. Will he catch up? I mean, not really catch up. Will he be able to overtake Jack Smith? That's the real question.
Side by side for P4, Mr. Scott has cleared Matt Pryor, so the race 1 winner is up to P4 as Marcel Miko goes around the outside of Alex Wood and he's been hit again. Marcel Miku is getting all kinds of trouble and none of his own. I mean, he did make a few mistakes in race 1, but so far, and he powers around the outside of Michele Carrara. So recovering back up to P8 and now on the inside of Andrew Tagala is Marcel Miku. The championship leader is trying to recover from P10 and he's made up 2 positions already, maybe 3, down into turn 1 as Matt Pryor almost touching the rear of Mr. Scoot. Coming out of the final corner, from 6 right behind Matt Pryor. These 3 go all the way down towards turn 1. Jack Smith leading by 0.5 of a second on Miro Regibi.
I mean, talk about a drop round for Marcel Miku. I mean, he cannot catch a break around this track. So we have another car off there. Might it be? It's Eric Johansson.
Oh,
There's another car also. Oh, Eric Johansson just completely turned back into the gravel.
oh,
That's very strange. I mean, he was back on his way and then did a U-turn and he's stopped. He's back into the pits, so he's disconnected even. So
and
that's a
Miro
DNF.
Regibi has taken the lead around the outside of turn 4 on Jack Smith. But now Jack Smith challenging him back down the inside of this corner. Oh, I mean,
Yeah, Mirogubi could not save that one.
that's really unfortunate for the Belgian driver. He was going to try to run away with all of the other fast drivers, rather buried in traffic, but now he is down to a lowly P14.
That's 13 positions, all in I mean, sort of one corner, but wow. I mean, he'll have to fight his way back, which he's already doing by a beautiful sand down the inside there.
Yeah, side by side now for P4. as Alex Romsix passes Matt Pryor. Now Marcel Miku passes Matt Pryor. So the Czech driver already recovering from P10 to P5, but the problem is Mr. Scoot is already trying to go around the outside of Claire Gallagher now. We've seen Claire Gallagher being a very, very harsh defender. Let's see if Mr. Scoot will be affected by this, as he can't find a way through right now. This is helping Jack Smith to try to pull away slightly, but we both know Jack Smith doesn't have race-winning pace, so the longer that Claire Gallagher can hold up the rest of the field, the better it is for Jack Smith. But look at all the drivers now closing in on Mr. Scoot. Mr. Scoot really needs to make the pass, and he's being squeezed onto the grass by Claire Gallagher. They make slight contact, so Claire Gallagher's line will be affected, and Marcel Miku drives off. Marcel Miku has made a mistake into turn 4, and he's back down to P8.
I think his vendetta against this track will rise much more than what it already was. I mean, a question I'll definitely be asking him is only drive Watkins Glen or only drive Brands Hatch, because I know he loves both of these tracks so much, you know.
Down the inside goes Alex Romsix. This is the battle between the P1 and P2 in race 1. Now Matt Pryor wants a piece of it. Matt Pryor to the inside of both of them. They're going to go 3 wide. And they all survive somehow.
How? How did they do that?
And look at Parmesan. Parmesan is almost here. Parmesan is already here. He and Leila Petralia were doing a bit of a bump draft, and they are all joined this queue. P3 to P10 are separated by 2 seconds.
And it's all just a massive snake of cars slithering to Paddock Bend right now. Amazing. Really, just amazing.
I don't know where to watch because Marcel Miku is sending it to the inside of Andrew Tagato. Back up to P6 goes the Czech driver. Parmesan on the inside of Michele Carrera, but he gets caught on the curb, so he has a bit of a slide. But up to P8 goes Parmesan, and down the inside goes Leila Petralia. She will also try to pass her fellow countryman Michele Carrera, but they're going to go side by side through towards turn 3. And Michele Carrera has the better line, and Leila Petralia actually breaks on the grass a bit, so he has to back out as Parmesan goes wide. Oh. Yeah.
I mean, he was lucky to survive that slide and not collect another car there, but he's at least still in the fight for this position. This car ahead of him spins off, hits the wall.
That's Leila Petralia having her issue at turn 4, so she's not going to drop out of this train. That is really unfortunate for P7 in the championship.
I mean, we're going to see quite a few mistakes and quite a few changes down the order. I must say, Marcel Miku with the Druids breaks very, very late there. I would not feel comfortable braking there. I've tried it before, and I only collected cars as another car was off of there onto the grass. I could not see which one.
Down the inside goes Parmesan. He's past another one. He's past Andrew Tagat, up into P7. Goes the recovering, well, German cheeseman. After whatever happened to him at turn 1 on lap 1, he's back up to P7, and he still can win this, you know. He's not that far away from the leader.
I mean, all it really takes is one mistake from Jack Smith, and the dream's over. Except for Parmesan, then the dream revitalizes itself even much more than it already is.
Definitely. Oh no, Claire Gallagher was too
he's
slow.
Been hit, I think.
Claire Gallagher was too slow. Actually, there was 2 separate incidents. So Claire Gallagher at the front of this pack was too slow. So Alex hit him, Matt hit him, Marcel hit him, and all of them had to check up like a NASCAR crash. And as you said, I think Andrew Tagat went into the back of Parmesan just behind this bit. But I think they all got checked up basically. Basically, Claire Gallagher was too slow on the apex of turn 2.
I mean, yeah. Stuff like that happens. Sometimes you can be tactically a bit slower in
3
corners,
wide,
that can
3 wide. Mr. Scoot to the inside. Are you gonna pass both of them? And Matt Pryor backs off in the middle. Marcel Miku hands it around the outside. He's not giving this position up, and he keeps his P4. Brave, brilliant, fantastic driving from all of these drivers.
It just keeps going and going and going and going.
Why?
I mean, I think almost everybody has a fight.
Yeah. bit wide there is Marcel Miku, and now he's under pressure from Mr. Scoot again as Parmesan now joins the back of this train again after the little contact with Andrew Tagada at turn 2 on this lap, and Mr. Scoot being able to brake later on the final corner, but Marcel Miku actually gets a great run coming out of the final corner. We also got Alex Romsik going back, attacking Claire
Had a bit
Gallagher.
of contact there out of the exit of the final corner, but around the outside he tries to hang it around. He's carrying through speed. Will maybe make the move into Druids if the other car goes overly defensive, which he's trying to do right now. He tries to hang it around the outside, but no! He's almost losing position even.
It is a brilliant defensive display once again by a slower midfield driver. Claire Gallagher is Jack Smith's best friend right now. Jack Smith has been able to pull away by almost 5 seconds because of Claire Gallagher's defense. And he is showing on this tight and twisty track, if you position your car really well, the car behind can't really do anything, but now he has cracked. I think Alex Romsik has the inside line now. The Hungarian needs to be brave. If he can get past Claire Gallagher, which he does, and Marcel Miku sends it in there, and there's contact, and again. And the second contact actually helped Claire Gallagher
Marcel Miku
resettle the car.
Marcel Miku has to be lucky nothing worse happened of that, because I was holding on for dear life there.
Yeah, and now Parmesan on the inside of Mr. Scoot. The German driver is trying to take a look on the inside, on the curb, on the grass, and he's still stable. Surprising, I thought he's going to have a moment there. But now, Alex Romsik is Claire. Claire Gallagher is Marcel Miku's problem. And can Alex Romsik in the final half of this race catch up to a 4.5 second gap to Jack Smith? I think he can if he doesn't make a mistake. And with Claire Gallagher holding up the rest of the field, Alex Romsik surely now is the favourite to win this race as Claire Gallagher defends again aggressively on Marcel Miku, who has to go around the outside into turn 1. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Marcel Miku. That is outstanding. And now Mr. Scoot getting the run on the inside of Claire Gallagher through towards turn 2. Parmesan looking around the outside, and he has nowhere to go. Mr. Scoot is also clear. Now the dynamic changes. Now Marcel Miku and Mr. Scoot are cleared. Now Alex Romsik will be under pressure against Claire Gallagher. Hits Mr. Scoot off. That is a crime. That is a huge penalty, surely.
Yeah.
He's lost Mr. Scoot 4 positions, and oh, he's hit Parmesan off now. Parmesan has been hit off by Claire Gallagher. He's been a menace in this race.
He dominated qualifying to now be in this position of constant doom and despair. It's very unfortunate for him.
It was a brilliant defensive display by Claire Gallagher, but what he did on this lap is surely going to be looked at by the stewards. And Parmesan, well, he's not going to get any victories tonight. There's a hit from Mr. Scoot on towards the back of Andrew Tagada. He is now fired up. He must be so angry about what Claire Gallagher did to him, because if he got cleared there, he definitely has a chance of the podium, maybe even a chance at the win. Now it's all gone as Michele Carrara passes Andrew Tagada up into P7, and Matt Pryor now is trying to attack Claire Gallagher, who is again trying to defend the inside line, but the door has been pushed open. Matt Pryor sends it to the inside of the final corner, through goes the British driver, and go all the way around the outside goes Mr. Scoot. Mr. Scoot is pinged in. He gives a bump drive to Matt Pryor, almost spins Matt Pryor because he didn't hit him square, and now he's trying to hit Claire Gallagher, and Mr. Scoot has nowhere to go because the two in front constantly blocks the road.
I mean, Claire Gallagher was very slow in that final corner. I saw Mr. Scoot just lunge there. I thought it was going to end badly, like right now.
That is payback.
Contact.
That is payback. That is what you call a payback. Mr. Scoot is so fed up. Yeah, Mr. Scoot is so fed up about Claire Gallagher. That is a push to pass that will also be looked at the end of the race, surely, if it's being reported. And now Michele Carrara to the inside of Claire Gallagher. So up to P6 goes the Italian driver. Claire Gallagher will try to hand around the outside, so this is not over yet. Andrew Tagada is also joining the fight. But Alex Romsik, look at how fast he is. The gap at the front is down to 2.5 seconds. And suddenly Marcel Miku can maybe also see a P2 in Brands Hatch.
Well, I mean, I must say, despite starting out as a big back battling, it's still a decent back with great fights, albeit with quite some controversies with cars losing out on positions due to contact, but still, I hope we see this in TCR in about an hour's time.
Yeah, I think we had like 14 drivers checking TCR, which is quite large. So surely some feisty actions will
I mean,
be present there.
Brands Hatch is a typical British track, and it's also used in the British Touring Car Championship, which is
Oh,
also massively popular. But
yeah.
Alex Romstik's right now with the fastest lap.
Yeah, he's closing the gap, and Claire Gallagher onto the grass on the final corner. So that means, well, Andrew Tagali is through into P7, and Parmesan is right on the back of Claire Gallagher again. He's also not going to be happy about Claire Gallagher after getting squeezed onto the grass and losing all those positions just a couple of laps ago. So I'm just gonna keep the view here still to see, can Parmesan make a clean pass on Claire Gallagher, or is there more to come between these two drivers? They made contact 2 laps ago on this corner. Parmesan is sending it. He doesn't care. He sent it. They did leave each other space this time. Much cleaner, but they're going to go side by side down towards this very, very fast right-hander, and that is not what you want. Parmesan refuses to bump draft Claire Gallagher. He needs to clear the red car alongside him, but he's on the wrong line. Can he hang it all the way around the outside? He's trying. No, he has to brake, and Claire Gallagher defends really aggressively again to the inside, and Parmesan is held up again. Oh, and
Whoa, that's Claire into the gravel, and then Parmesan immediately there with the move. Also
oh,
nearly contact again, but you could see Claire took much more grass there heading into that corner. It's just, yeah, it launched the car up in the air a bit too much, a bit too less grip, and then you have things like that happen. But great move from Parmesan nonetheless.
it is, and now the gap at the front is down to 0.4 of a second. Alex Romsik 1.3 seconds faster last lap, 1.5 seconds faster the lap before that. He's basically closed a 4-second gap within 3 laps, and now it's all about efficient overtaking. Because if he gets into a battle with Jack Smith, Marcel Miku is there, lurking behind.
I mean, Jack Smith right now, if he loses this position, it will hurt like hell after leading the race for so long, after a pretty good start. Just being on your own for around, I mean, we can confidently say 3/4 of the race. It's now be in a battle, final 5 minutes as Ragubi disconnects from the server after driving in no man's land.
That is unfortunate because he was up there and he got into contact with. Oh, was it with Claire Gallagher or was it with somebody else? But I forgot. I think it was Jack Smith.
I
I think,
forgot,
yeah,
but
Jack Smith.
yeah.
It was Jack Smith when they were battling for the lead on lap 2. So yeah,
Could be, yeah.
that is definitely going to be. Look at that girl, Jack Smith. This is what Marcel Miku wants. But
I mean, my camera was on the wheel well of Alex Romsix, and wow.
Well, he's through, but Marcel Miku is here. So now it's about efficient overtaking for Marcel Miku. He needs to clear Jack Smith fast to try to battle for the victory, but Jack Smith actually gets a good run coming out of the final corner. This is a 3-way fight for the final 2 laps of the race. Jack Smith to the inside on turn 1. He had a look, but he's going to be compromised. Marcel Miku gets the drive out of the corner.
Miku.
Yeah, surely he's going to get P2 here.
Too wide.
He just needs to send it in there, and Jack Smith opens the door. Jack Smith, that's sensible from Jack Smith, because he can still get a P3 here, which will equal his personal best of the season. Why is it a blue flag car in front? That is not ideal, as Michele Carrara passes Matt Pryor down towards turn 2, up to P5 goes the Italian driver. That is a brilliant drive as the back marker gets out of the way of 2 of them, but belongs Jack Smith.
I mean, Marcel Miku right now getting the slipstream downhill. I think he's gonna sell a dummy right now. I don't think he'll go for the move yet. He's a bit too far for that, but
we're almost 3 wide up the hill between Matt Pryor and Parmesan and Michele Carrara. Matt Pryor went for a send into turn 4, so he's passed Michele Carrara, but he's also dragged Parmesan into this battle. Parmesan will try round the outside again. At this time, is he successful? Yes, he is. And Michele Guerra hits Parmesan at the rear, and Parmesan somehow saves his car. Oh, he's on the grass. He's just about saved the car, and Michele Guerra trying to pass Parmesan again. And this is going to be really dangerous. Michele Guerra throws it in there, passes Parmesan. Back up the P6 goes the Italian driver.
I mean, Carrara, what a race today. A few controversial moments, but just full elbows out here today, which is phenomenal to see as we're heading into the final lap of racing with Marcel Miku still on the gearbox of Alex Romsix.
Final lap, this is where can Marcel Mico overtake? Turn 2 is gone now, turn 2 is not clear. Oh, Alex actually defends inside line. Can Marcel Mico get the better run by using the wider arc? No, Alex actually gets a good exit. The gap up to 0.3 of a second. Parmesan can't pass Michele Carrara into turn 1. It looks like Parmesan might have to settle for P7, maybe P6 at best for race 2. This is going to be two very, very unsuccessful races for Parmesan's high standards, because he's not even going to close that much of a gap to Marcel Mico. Considering he's losing quite a lot of points to Marcel Mico, he now kind of needs Alex Romsix to hold on to the lead, because Alex is only 6 points in front of Parmesan coming into this round, so he needs everybody to take points away from Marcel Mico, and Marcel Mico doesn't seem to have the pace so far. The gap backed up to 0.5 of a second into the final sector.
I mean, they both did not carry through as much speed as I expected there into turn 5, I think it was, but still close, Marcel Miku. All it takes is one mistake, but it will not happen, I think,
Mistake for
as we're
Michele
heading to the
Carrara.
final corner.
Parmesan is on the inside. Parmesan's made the move for P6, but Michele Carrara will get the cutback. Well, he doesn't, so Parmesan is up to P6. And coming out of the final corner, Alex Romsix stays on the tarmac and wins for the first time this season in the MX5 series. What a drive by the Hungarian driver. And Marcel Mico will probably be a little bit more satisfied with this P2, as Jack Smith, a great drive, equaling his seasonal best, and Mr. Scoot unhappy about his P4, I assume. Matt Pryor finishes P5. Parmesan literally crashes into the wall after the finish. This P6 will feel like P last for the German driver.
Yeah, I mean, missing 2 rounds to now losing these positions, having those contacts, it will definitely sting, especially after such a dominant pole position.
Well, especially after such a great recovery. He was in the wall, into P last at the end of lap 1. He got punted by Mr. Scoot. My goodness. Oh my god. Let's go on board with the American driver. He just drove
Yeah,
into the back of Parmesan.
yeah. Wow.
He got a great
Yeah, wow.
start.
Ooh.
But then what happened here? He just drove into the back of Parmesan. But,
Yeah.
that is
I
weird.
mean, Parmesan clearly, and then another car collected there.
Yeah, that is Leila Petrali on the outside also collected. That is so weird. I assume Parmesan had lifted off slightly because it's turn 1.
I mean, Petralia almost made it. I mean, that's the worst part. She
Yeah.
almost made it through, and then boom. Just the littlest of contact determining that.
Oh yeah, Leila Petrali also in the wall with Parmesan there on the outer of turn 1. That is really unfortunate. But yeah, that is not great, shall we say. Anyway, time to look at race results. Alex Romsix wins by 3.5 tenths on Marcel Mico. Jack Smith after leading most of the race, but of course we know his pace is about a second and a half slower compared to the fast driver, so to get a P3 tonight he will still be happy about that, I'm pretty certain of that. But there were a lot of contacts, like with Mr. Scoot and Parmesan for at turn 1, for example, and involving Leila Petralia as well, who recovered to P8 in the end, passing his teammate Andrew Tagat. Claire Gallagher did some brilliant defense, but in the second half of the race, some of them might be a little bit too aggressive, which might also be taking a look at by the stewards if the involved parties do report we only had 13 finishes actually, or 14 rather, as Miro Regibi, Alex Wood, Eric Johansson all retired from the race. But
I mean, I must say it
yeah,
were still two phenomenal races, you know.
yeah, it was. It's definitely a lot of fun to watch tonight. But I do believe we have interviews now. Let's
Yes,
start
indeed.
with Mr. Scoot. Hello.
Shalom.
So, talk us through the start of race two, please. We just watched a replay of you having contact with Parmesan into turn one. Talk us through your view.
Uh, yeah, he lagged. I instantly DM'd him saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry," but he was like, "Nah, I lagged. I didn't even break." I was like, "Okay,"
Ah,
but yeah. So
okay.
I felt really, really bad the entire race that I had punted him off the track, but you know, apparently, apparently it wasn't my fault. So I'm, you know,
That is fine,
but yeah,
because
I
it
did feel very, very bad for the entire race the moment after I did that.
yeah, because it did look weird. Because with the speed you're going in, you wouldn't be braking at turn one, so you just suddenly hit
Mhm.
him on the rear on the replay camera. So glad we have cleared that up. But then talk us through the crazy battles of race two, because you're all getting held up by Claire Gallagher, I believe, and they will contact well in and around him.